Hold on, Cool Math Games is being taken down because it was run by the Mexican drug cartel? Hold up, so my little 10-year-old ass was helping the drug cartel while playing the pizzeria games? Well, I cannot believe that we actually have to say this, but this is absolutely false. Come on, guys. Really? You know, this dude woke up and chose violence with this tweet. Hell, even if you thought the cartel bit was fishy, but they might be shutting down, you could just look on their website where it literally says, despite the crazy rumors, we're definitely not shutting down. They moved on from Flash to host some HTML games, and I believe they've been thriving during the pandemic. Also, pizzeria? Really? Come back to me with a Bloxors or a Pop Tropica. Damn. What is up, my aesthetic boys? It's Fresh, back with another video from probably my personal favorite subreddit, r/QuitYourBS. We're gonna talk computers, pigeons at the first Super Bowl, and a whole lot more, so let's get started. These two toothpaste boxes are identical, including the size of the tube inside, except one is stretched a bit taller than the other. Yeah, look at that. You got the same 6-ounce tube inside, but sure enough, the top one seems to be stretched a bit. Yeah, the bottom is it laying down. The top one is on its side. These are both the same tube, r/QuitYourBullshit. This one actually isn't too hard to disprove either. According to Amazon, one box of Colgate Max Clean smartphone with whitening toothpaste isn't actually a square prism or a rectangular prism with 2 out of 3 identical measurements, but rather it's just a regular old rectangular prism of 1.7 inches by 1.4 inches by 8.7 inches. As you can just make out in this picture, the red line that you see on the bottom box is just the Colgate banner from the side they have facing forward on the top box. That's the longer side. Seems like a weird thing to lie about intentionally, so I'll just assume it was a dumb mistake. My kid could nearly throw a baseball 102 miles per hour at 16 years old. Other parents think it's dangerous and have signed a petition to ban him from league play. Legally, can they do this? Well, your 16-year-old just doesn't throw 100 miles per hour, or else he'd be all over ESPN and MLB headlines. Also, a kid throwing that hard would already be playing in a very competitive travel league and most likely be talking to college and MLB scouts. He wouldn't be in some league that would ever consider banning someone for throwing that hard. And actually, I really like this response because it doesn't say there's no way a kid of this age could throw 100, because there's actually a lot of video out there of people that are 16, 17 years old throwing in the mid to high 90s. Maybe he got a lucky radar gun, maybe he's doing it on a crow hop, who knows. It is actually possible for someone of this age group, albeit very unlikely, to throw that hard. The problem is that a parent of a kid who threw that hard would never be asking this question on Quora. Or just stay off all dating apps like I do and sites like that. They're just not a good idea at all. Wait, what's bad about using dating sites? Nothing else, they give you more options. Well, it's the wrong way to go about finding a relationship, and no thanks from me. People can argue as much as they want, but they don't see it's a bad idea, just like clubbing is a bad idea too. Wait, you know that your profile is publicly visible, right? You have a Reddit post less than a week old looking for that someone special and sent countless DMs to multiple women by the looks of it. Yes, I know you say it's for friendship, but DMing women on r/slutty confessions for friendship? Really? Not judging your methods, it just comes across as very disingenuous for you to criticize online dating, only to do pretty much the same thing yourself. Word, yeah, let's talk about how you can't meet the right kind of people through dating apps. Meanwhile, you're using a subreddit largely about sexual encounters to, quote, make friends? Forget the response here. I am judging your methods. This is a yikes from me. Happy 18th birthday with the D being capitalized, but holy shit, look at that cat. Goddamn. Cats are fucking cute, guys. I don't know what to tell you. But this cat's name is Scrappy, and he became famous after slowly turning from pure black to molted. Most likely due to vitiligo, but Scrappy's birthday was September 23rd, and even more, Scrappy passed away in 2017 at age 19. Nice try, OP, but Reddit knows. Do they though? Does Reddit really know? This post got 11,500 upvotes, so I'm not sure it's a great lesson in how not to lie about whose pet you have. My son told me that he needed a new PC to play a game called Minecraft, I believe. Is this a reasonable price for the machine? I don't know anything about computers and I just want the best for my son. He found it on a local site and the man is selling this for $4,000. It's a Core i9-9900K Coffee Lake processor, a B365M DS3H micro ATX motherboard, 64 gigabytes of RAM, 3200? That's like no storage. I have 256 gigabytes on my phone, a 1000-watt Corsair power supply, and a Cooler Master Masterbox Elite 5. Sir, by looking at your profile, you're also a teen who needs bras. Is this like weird fat shaming stuck in there? I don't know. Considering that you are a teen, your child should be around 6 at the oldest. Teen pregnancies ain't a joke, man, but considering that you're acting like a 40-year-old person who doesn't have a clue about the modern age, I'm gonna have to call r/QuitYourBS on this one. This post and even the response to some extent is cringy. It's weird. And why did they list a motherboard by its exact model number while pretending to not know what RAM is? Why did they make this post at all? I can't tell if it's trolling because obviously you don't need a $4,000 computer to play Minecraft, or if it's trolling because this computer isn't worth even close to $4,000. Like seriously, if we add all of these parts on Newegg, you would barely even crack 1,000, even if you fleshed out that build with a 2TB SSD and a grossly overpriced 3090 from eBay, because this build doesn't even include a graphics card. You come about at least $5,000 shy of this being anywhere near a reasonable deal. I'm just left looking at the post and wondering why. Today I learned the Three Stooges actually performed at the very first Super Bowl halftime show. During their performance, Larry Fine spotted a football player hitting on his wife. He flipped him the bird, and for this, he got in trouble with CBS and had to pay a fine of $42.50. I'm in no way saying this is BS, but as I recall, Larry's stroke of luck book is full of lies and exaggerations. Does anyone have any actual proof that the Stooges performed at the first Super Bowl? Like photos, videos, news clippings from the time, anything? I can't seem to find anything other than the citations from this book. Yeah, it's total bullshit. The article quotes him talking about the death of the actress Anissa Jones, who died 1 year after Larry Fine died. Yeah, it's BS. According to Wikipedia, for ceremonies and entertainment at the first Super Bowl, the LA Ramettes, majorettes who had performed at all Rams home games, entertained during pregame festivities and after each quarter. Also during the pregame, the University of Arizona band created a physical outline of the continental United States at the center of the field, with the famed Anaheim High School drill team placing banners of each NFL and AFL team at each team's geographical location. The halftime show featured trumpeter Al Hirt, the marching bands from the University of Arizona and Grambling State University, 300 pigeons, 10,000 balloons, and a flying demonstration by the hydrogen peroxide-propelled Bell Rocket Airmen. This is a weird one, too, because not only did the specific event of a stooge flipping off a football player hitting on his wife not happen, the situation never even existed. Like they said in the Reddit post, the book in question seems to get a lot of stuff wrong. Looking at the actual passage, that becomes abundantly obvious, and I quote, "Mo got a call from Fred Friendly over at CBS asking if the Stooges wanted to perform during the halftime show for something called the Super Bowl. While the game was broadcast by both CBS and NBC, the fact that the president of CBS called it the Super Bowl at least 3 or 4 years before it would be officially named that, and the fact that it took them until 1970 to add a celebrity performance to the halftime show cast significant doubt on these. Additionally, Fine later adds that he was fined, quote, $42.50, which was a lot of money in those days, and accounting for inflation, that's still only like $300, and I'd be willing to bet a lot of people would pay a lot more than $300 for the chance to flip off 50 million people at the same time. Seems like the only birds flipping during that game may have been the 300 pigeons that somehow performed. How? That's a question that may never be answered, since the only surviving tape of the original Super Bowl broadcast is both locked in a lengthy legal dispute and is missing the halftime show entirely. As a man, never ask for help, never have your hand out. There is always another way. Never let anyone see you weak or begging. As a man, never think you have to prove yourself to anyone. Bitch, shut up! I stay helping you out. I'm claiming you on my taxes. Well, this is all kinds of toxic right here, but also the bizarre contradiction in the post itself of never appear weak, but also you don't need to prove yourself to anyone. Homie, to all of my men out there, if you need help, please ask for it. Nobody is purely self-made. Your bootstraps might be a bit harder to pull up than Kylie Jenner, so don't ever think you have to hide all of your emotions or go through life alone. My girlfriend of 15 years died. I can't get over it. I won't bore you with the details, but my girlfriend died about 9 months ago. We'd known each other for most of our lives and been a couple for 15 years. I miss her every day. I can't move past imagining my future without her. She occupies such a huge portion of my thoughts that I spend most of my day thinking about her. I can't sleep at night due to feeling her absence in the bed next to me. My friends and family are sick of hearing my lamentations. They think enough time has passed and that I should be over the mourning stage, but I can't get past it. I sleep with a picture of her in my bed. If ever I'm happy, I'm drawn back into thinking I wish she were here to share my happiness. I can't help but feel we were essential to each other in our lives, and I can't carry on without her when she was taken before her time. This is my first Christmas without her, and I'm not sure how I'm gonna make it through. Please, if anyone here has lost someone they thought they'd go to the grave with, please help me. I don't know if I can keep going like this. Hold on. Is this your profile? Seriously, dude, get a life. Fucking emotional succubus shit right here. Look, people lie about a lot of things on the internet, and a lot of them do piss me off, to be fair, lying about loved ones, health conditions, even pets sometimes, and lying about a fake dead girlfriend while making yourself out to be the victim of callous family members in an entirely fabricated situation definitely grinds my gears too. I wanted to look up the post in question to confirm that it was fake, but it has since been deleted, only adding to that. People go through a lot of real shit and a lot of really bad shit. You lying like this only devalues their experience and makes it harder for them to find help. Karma farming isn't a real crime, but for the love of God, if you're gonna do it, please just make up a story about how Karen tried to steal your phone because her kid deserved it more and stay away from this kind of thing.